to get this stream in. Did not expect that at all. But here we are on Utah win 4. They spun the wheel. We have Utah win 4. Night is the map for USA versus Germany. Welcome. I am your host, Smithers, for this match between these two teams. So this is a USA and Canada combination. I got to remember that. This is a 40 versus 40 as well. And we're about to get going here. I know some of these teams have matches right after this one. They may be playing with a little bit extra vigor in their push to get this done and over with. Who knows? We may see a steamroll. Who knows? I remember there were some games that I played really late at night against Chinese teams, and it was probably 11:30 Eastern, and the server crashed, and everybody was just like, "Oh my gosh, let's just do it. Okay, we'll wait around for a little bit. We'll get a new server." We got a new server, played again, and we won in like 15 minutes. It's so cool. And everybody just went to bed, like, "Oh, okay, let's go to bed after this one." Okay, so we have. Win 4, like I said, is the middle. We have a couple supply drops coming down from both sides. Germany is the Allies, and the USA is the Axis, or the USA-Canada combination. North America coalition is the Axis. So don't get those confused. I do not have the symbols wrong at the top. And we are off to the races. Win 4, most of the time, goes towards the Allies. They just have a little bit more depth on their side. But who knows? The Axis may surprise us here. Supply truck gets out. Commanding today for the Axis is Golden Twig. And we'll find out who the Axis commander is momentarily. I always want to see if one of these rockets gets something. Ah, no. Even like a Luke's pin or something. Just anything. Trucks come out for the Allies, or for the Axis. A lot of raspberries up top. Something may have happened with the middle truck. May have gotten stuck on something as the Axis make it to the barns first. Could be a little... It's going to be a little bit of a shakeup. Axis start to get out. Luke's is coming in from the top here. A couple OPs established on the front line, looking for some support. There we go. Snafu sets up the bottom garrison, waiting for King Squad to get that garrison up to the north. Panzer IV is paused on the border. One rocket ricochets from Rosette and Casper down there. Axis getting the opening camp pressure. Sherman 75 coming down below. The Allies, or the Axis, probing around Hill 5 just a little bit. .75 comes up to the north, and they're going to be able to peek around, but the Axis, well, a lot of camp weight so far. One shot comes on in. Panzer IV got a good mark on him. 75 is going to try to back up in time. Not too sure. Panzer IV, does they have another shot? No! Hits the hedge. But now they know where they are. Luke's is coming down to the south after shifting from the north, and the Axis may get the first cap on in, everybody. They got a couple blueberries probing by Hill 5 already. Got one garrison over there to the east. Allies bring some bodies back. The Axis should be able to get the first cap here in just a second. Yes, they do. Surprisingly, the Allies were not able to establish anything near the barns. Everything was pretty much wiped out. So kudos to the Axis for playing that. We got some pressure on Hill 5 already. This is I don't think this is going to be a steamroll, but it would be funny if players are just like, oh my gosh, just want to get this over at that long delay. But Eagles, Waffen over here on the front line. Arrow over there to the left. Fly Guy, OG. Go get a POV of Eagles making his way up to Hill 5. Gonna throw some smoke grenade to make some room here. Eagles bleeding out just a little bit. Gonna need to get a bandage here in a second. Hill 5 faces some immediate pressure, but the Allies call a whole bunch of bodies back. They still have some presence up there to the north. Garrison established a little bit farther east. Now the Axis will figure out how exactly they want to push forward here. Gonna need to see a front door garrison. No front door garrison by Chapel. Got a garrison by Alamo. That's it so far. Ramos over there to the back, along with Guriazani. Raspberries setting up the defense here on Hill 5. Yeah, something happened with that middle truck. Maybe the driver had a little bit of an issue. Half-track already spawned up by Tara Green, commanding today for the Allies. Team Germany is Oberst Lieutenant Edel. Rocket from Payne. Didn't see if he got anything. A little bit of cap progress on Hill 4. Remember the, or sorry, on Win 4. Remember the Axis, or the Allies do have the garrison up here in this little part. This is a very common garrison position. You do see, this is one of the highest prioritized garrisons for the Allies off the opening. Remember, the Allies is Germany. Germany is the Allies. And Team USA, Canada are the Axis. Sherman 75 still alive up here to the north. 2 Panzer IVs pushing in. 2 Stewies down to the south. 2 Panzer IVs pushing to our right. But these 2 Stewies, can we see a double Stewie little tandem shake and bake action on these P4s? 1 3-person Stewies. This is another 3-person Stewie. It is 2 3-person Stewies. I don't think I've ever seen 2 3-person Stewies like this. This is a nice, unique strategy here from Team Germany. 2 Panzer IVs are pushing east. The medium 75 has found some protection there behind the hedge. 2 Stewies still curling around. Now they could pair together, but the snafu most likely has called that out. Camp progress comes in on Hill 5. Remember, they don't have any armor support back there. This is, all the armor is on the offensive. Team Germany opting for a little bit of a, oh, hold on. They're going for this garrison up to the north. The Stewies did not push straight forward for the P4s. They halted. Camp progress still coming in on Hill 5. Mamma mia. I didn't expect it to be that serious, but hold on. Winning a whole bunch of gunfights in the circle. Beerman over there to the left. Eagles and Waffen. I kind of want to see how this gunfight, these gunfights go here. Satchel goes off in the distance. Nice grenade. Stewie's still working their way around the back. Panzer IVs are pushing up to the north to help wipe out this push. Got a blueberry on that garrison. Noah J. We'll go check out Noah J. And the Panzer IVs as they make a push up here to wipe out this last little Allied stronghold. 75 is burning pretty badly. Panzer IV comes around the corner. They're going to have a shot here. Yep. Oh, they miss. Oh, no. Oh, no, buddies. It's okay. I won't get your name. Oh, there we go. Okay. 75 is popped. That is all cleaned up and good to go. 1 Panzer IV does get destroyed from the Stewie combination over there to the rears, though. The Axis did not come out of all that unscathed. But they do have good control over Win 4. They just got to get some garrisons up around the hard camp. Like they do have one down to the south. Bombing run coming in on Hill 5. And expect the Axis to dedicate a whole bunch of more bodies here. This must be a defensive bombing run. Eagles and Waffen holding down the hard cap still. The Allies have lost all their garrisons. I don't know if that was an Axis bombing run or not. I don't know. But the garrison was taken out. They have a garrison to the southwest and to the far north. Easy Squad is already over by Terra Green, but they got the half-track up over there. And I expect the Axis to dedicate a whole bunch of more bodies. They have the momentum, that's for sure. Stewie's still rolling around, though. Panzer IV shifted up to the north. One of the Stewies did get popped, I believe. The Stewie, I think, is making its way back to help out the defense, maybe find the front door garrison. And the Raspberries will overwhelm the defense there. Or, well, the Blueberries in the middle of Hill 5. Supplies falling over there to the back by Edel. Supplies up to the north. Oh, there's the other Stewie. So we do still have 2 Stewies. Okay. One Stewie trying to make its way behind there, but didn't work out. No backline. Oh, we do have one backline shenanigan going on from Mike's squad. Rhea, 60-10. Over there in D column. Garrison established down to the far south and even further south. Very good plays here by the Allies. Getting these garrisons up, these deep red zone garrisons. Love to see it. I know a lot of teams out there have been struggling lately with getting deep red zone garrisons up. And they go for the big plays. So it's good to see Team Germany do that here on Utah. User Ramos. And the Axis attack has puttered out. But they have pretty much cleaned up Win 4. Tank has been marked. CAR-T beatbox won't be able to do anything against that Stewie, unfortunately. Oh no, Jake gets shot by Vaya. Guriazani shooting the Allied commander out of the supply truck. The Saxa Diego over there on the artillery. You know, with the artillery changes, I'm kind of curious what rules the leagues will implement to with the artillery being able to be built in any part of the first 2 sectors. Imagine we're going to see some rules being implemented over the next weeks or so. Rocket from Beerman to the back of the Stewie. Stewie's going to continue on. Does Beerman have one more rocket? Take a look. Beerman does have one more in the Panzer. Stewie has sailed away, though. Beerman! Ah, no, not going to risk it. Not gonna go for it. Beerman checking out Hill 5. Surprisingly able to get pretty close. Everybody's still spread around a lot. Supply truck from Commander Golden Twig over there in the back line. Got this Stewie still cruising. Strafing over there to the back. Going after Guriazani. And Beerman getting pretty far here. Oh, with the Car 98 in the circle. Oh, man. Beerman has an OP right there. Oh, guns down 1. Oh, that's a Luke's down below. Okay. And gets the outpost. Very nice, Beerman. Has the shovel ready to go. Camp progress is going to continue here. Beerman guns down Rosette and Kasper. Don Bull as well. Beerman on a little bit of a frag streak. Beerman has one more rocket in the tube for this Stewie, perhaps. Beerman. Not going for it just yet. Can't progress. Oh, there we go. One rocket to the front. The Lukes may be able to finish it off. Not 100% sure, though. Raspberry spawn wave down below. Lukes is trying to take care of the Stewie, but it's got to fire at a very specific spot. Just bomber in there from UFW. Cap progress still coming in for the Axis. They got a couple OPs in the vicinity. May try to overload Hill 5. Allies trying to set up some type of attack to the rear. Could be a unique balance going on between the two. Rocket into the Lukes from Vin Diesel. Another rocket. Oh! Heimatliebe comes in to save the Stewie. Lieutenant User with the sniper loadout down below. And the Raspberries will respond and recapture Hill 5. All these Raspberries are just beyond the border. Well, actually, no, they're not. They're in sector. They're in sector. But I guess there's enough blueberries to outweigh them. Plus Waffen inside. Allies sending more. Team Germany sending more SLs over here to the back. Recon SL. King Squad down there as well. Pushing eastward. Camp progress still coming in. Axis overload in the circle. Blaze, Fly Guy, Beerman. Cap continues. And Team Germany is going to need to think about maybe needing a full sector callback to offset this. Stewie gets popped right there. And the blueberries should be maximizing circle cap weight. Don't press beyond the circle, buddies. Maximize circle. Cap progress still coming in. The Raspberries are pushing forward. We have a medium 75, though, that should be able to offset it. Here we go. Medium 75 coming up. Going to dive right into the circle, I think. Medium 75. Trying to splash around. Going to jump on in. Here they go. Look at that. Luca, Cedric, and Hanfdov jumping inside and offsetting that cap weight. And now they're going to distract all these blueberries. Uninstall, bro. Putting a satchel on, but the medium 75 doesn't care. They want to maximize or to give their team a little chance to recapture Hill 5. I mean, they almost, oh my gosh. Very good play there by the medium 75 crew. Very nice. Dove right in. Didn't care if they live or die. They just knew they had to try to offset the cap weight. And now the medium 75 crew will roll around with a satchel on them, and they will go bababadooey. Very, very good play, buddies. That's what you call putting the team first by that tank crew. Alrighty, the medium 75 will be destroyed. Camp progress will come back in. Andreas Janker. Partially frags got an assist, I think, from another Raspberry over there to the rears. Beerman going after Andreas. The Axis needs some armor support here by Hill 5. They got one Panzer IV streaming in from the north. Got to see a Lukes or a Tiger or something coming up from middle HQ. Another Panzer IV coming down the middle of the road. Recon over here to the back. Team Germany still needs the... Oh, they're still getting capped. But that medium 75 temporarily did save it, that's for sure. Axis got a couple OPs. They got the front door garrison. They really don't have any more spare. Welcome everybody to Taco Tuesday. Just had a little bit of a delay getting everybody in here, but we're all here now. I am your host, Smithers, for this mixed competitive console event. And we have Kharkov St. Mary's. And for St. Patrick's Day, call it St. Patrick, St. Patrick's Church. We have the Soviets lining up on here to the north. This is a 49 versus 49 event. And we will be looking at some trucks going down the main road. Both sides could see some truck snipes. Now, as far as how those work out, it's going to be kind of difficult to track that. I'll try and maybe get a peek at the Axis ones. But we'll look at the map overall and see what we got going on. Kharkov, you tend to see a good chunk. We'll follow this one here. The T-34 may have a beat on it. Truck a little bit delayed, waiting a few seconds. There they go. Georgia the Honkel leading this one. Distance up top of the rocket. It's always that quiet beginning where you just never know whether anybody is going to be able to see him. Rocket fire from distance. I think they should have enough cover by this point. Don't see a truck snipe happening. Yeah, I think they should be okay. Almost there. Other truck coming in from the Axis. Or, well, from the Soviets. Raspberries begin to jump out. One rocket from distance. And the gunfire begins. St. Mary's is one of those ones where it's very multi-dimensional. Because you have all the little different layers of the church. Then you have a sort of isolated church tower. Where you see some people set up some MG sniper rifles. But then people sneak up behind them. Then you have the little battles down below between the different levels of the church. Satchels going off on one side that don't affect the other. It's always a big question mark. Opening position for both sides. Got garrisons up and ready to go. There's our first proxy satchel around St. Mary's. Blueberry and a raspberry up to the very top. Sergeant Panzerfarts. Looks like he came out with the frag. Everything looks nice and even, actually. Don't sense a big breakthrough from either side. We do have a transport truck driving up to the front. Very nice play there by Corpy. Just keep driving. Transport truck will get destroyed, but he doesn't care. He's going to move on. Oh, he gets gunned down. I was wondering if he's going to be able to put down an outpost over there on the front line. Rocket sails onto the Lukes and clears that up. Panzer IV is still alive. Over to our back right. I was wondering if they were going to use the building climb technique over there down to the bottom. With the assistance of a Belgian gate or barricade, but going just on the ground today. Soviets begin to lose the opening cap. Soviets are winning the opening cap, 50% now. Yeah, remember, I'm on the Soviet side. Another little raspberry chunk, though, is right here ready to make their way inside the hard cap. Won't be surprised if we see the cap weight shift back over to the Axis. Strafing run onto the opposite side. Yeah, good raspberry chunk making their way forward. Not that many blueberries here in the circle. Got a banana berry down below. Sir Camelot. And the Soviets almost got it. Up. It's close. Satchel goes off. And the church is suddenly clear, and it's going to tick back on over to the Axis. Just a little bit. Raspberry trying to run down below. Viking getting some back frags, but unfortunately spotted through the open snowy field. We have a Panzer IV screaming on ahead, going to take out the T-70, I believe. T-70 is right for the taking. Panzer IV cruises up. One shot should do it. There they go. Kudos to the tank crew for taking advantage of that. Stage Kane, Burger Bridge, and Locosito. We've seen this crew before do some dirty work here on Taco Tuesday. And the cap will tick back in favor of the Axis. Looking like we're going to see at least a 10-minute opening cap. Wolfdog gets gunned down, trying to sneak behind. Raspberries begin coming on towards the church. Katyusha strike called to the back. This Panzer IV is working their way over to a safer spot. Should see another B4 coming past hay storage. Remember, for those of you that have been out of the game for a little while, the meta is mediums, mediums, mediums. How many mediums can you pump out? Now the new wild card with the latest update coming up will be SPA, and how that will be used. With the removal of the limitation for the SPA, because right now they can go to the middle of the map, but then they're going to be allowed to go anywhere. Really curious how that'll shake things up. Raspberries begin coming back in more towards the circle. Let's go check on over here to the other side of the map. Over here to the east. Everesti Santos. Santos. MG down below. Soviets still fighting over the church with the Axis. We're past the 10-minute mark. Very good. Love to see it. Blueberries over here on the very, very far edge. Addy, Southie. These names on these snowy maps, man. Mr. Joey. Don't think I've... maybe I've seen Mr. Joey before. Not too sure. Baked. Baked Beaks. Southie. Throws a grenade. It's going to be a little bit off. Baked saw the arm movement. Gets him. Ah, the quieter parts of Kharkov. Baked gets gunned down by Mr. Joey. Right now, it seems like both sides are pulling more bodies towards the cap sector to finish this opening round off. Banana berries and blueberries over here inside the church. Two Panzer IVs working together, and they could potentially offset this cap weight. Two fully crewed P4s. Getting a little bit closer here, holding back from pushing, waiting to see if they have a mark on the T-34. Round comes into the back P4. Oh, they got to retreat. We got to pull back. Panzer IV not able to get it. And looks like we're going to have a 12-minute opening cap. There we go. Okay. And the Soviets take it first. Airhead called over here to the west. It's going to be a Soviet airhead. Maybe the commander, Zomgash, a little bit worried. about the positioning and spawn point. So drops an airhead just in case. You know, there was a period in Helios where if you dropped an airhead while Encouraged was running, then you didn't lose any manpower. But sadly, for all the commanders out there, they did fix that bug. It was a happy time for airheads. Now that the opening cap is settled, oh, major tip toucher. Ooh, takes a brutal shot right there. Looking to fire back against Welshie. Welshie. Danger tip toucher. Trying to dodge these rounds. Oh, no. Dies amongst the cold snow. Fourth points are Lumberyard and Windmill Hillside up there to the northeast. Strafe run goes into the back to help clear that garrison just in case. Garrison network looks very, very solid, but of course, as the map goes on, everybody, teams tend to get a little bit sloppy, as is natural. Priorities change. The enemy sneaks through here or there, wipes out more than you expected. Then all of a sudden you're looking at the map and you go, guys, we got 3 garrisons up. Then everybody goes, oh crap. Alfred, Brown, Smurfy, boldly pushing down the road here. I wonder if they took out the first IS-1 and I missed it. No, the Soviets still have 840 fuel. I don't think they've spawned one yet. But this Tiger crew standing confidently in the middle of Kharkov. I can just grab myself a new screenshot for Kharkov, shall I? There we go. Perfect. That's always a good one. Let me get their names in there. Get a little bit of... There we go. Alfred 96 Brown and Smurfy. Always like to take an opportunity when a good screenshot is possible for those thumbnails out in the future. 2 P4s and a Tiger. Soviets lacking on armor a little bit. They have the 1 medium over there and behind Kharkov. Satchel goes off. I don't even know what that was. I wonder if it was a T-70. Banana berries, blueberries. Strong control of the church. Blueberries begin wrapping around to the left side. Bombing run on its way from the Axis. Remember the any time where you have our bombing run, it's going to be from the Germans. As the Soviets do not have the option of a bombing run or Katyusha strike. Kind of curious, though, if they were to do that, they were to offer another commander ability that said, hey, you can use the bombing run or strafing run, or the Katyusha strike on the Soviet side. I wonder which. I'm assuming the bombing run would be most common. Probably 80% of the times where you had to choose, I'm assuming it would be the bombing run. Satchel clears that. I'm not too sure how many tank crews the Soviets have. We have the T-34 to the northwest. Airhead called in by the Axis right to the south of the point. Panzer IV takes one side shot. They're going to begin pushing off here. Not too sure if the T-34 is another angle. They do! And they clap it. This T-34 crew will come out ahead. That's going to be Jebiel, Stony, and Oberstern. Getting a nice peek there. Commanding today for the Axis is Serhi. Katsumoto guns down one, goes inside the building. Katsumoto waits for more, gets another. Shocker approaches cautiously. Oh, BPSH action. There from Verta 6, I think that was. Just charges the MG outright. You know, I always wonder if there's ever going to be a tie in Helo Boost, because today we saw that 12-minute opening camp, I don't think it was. I always wonder if there's just going to be the right circumstances where both sides are so equal and the timing just works out so perfectly where they keep going back and forth throughout the midpoint for an hour and a half. And then, I mean, time would fly by so fast because things are hectic when it's just 2-2. I'm really curious if that's possible. I mean, I give it maybe a 1% chance, even less. Because everything would need to work out perfectly. Big frags, tank takedowns when you need them. Has to be a very even point. It would probably happen on something like SME checkpoint. I'm guessing that's where, if a tie were to happen, it would be there. I think the longest opening cap I've had personally on stream was something like 20 minutes. I think that's what it was. I've been a part of 24-minute opening caps, which were absolutely crazy. I know there was a 27-minute opening cap battle. I'm not too sure 27 minutes was the record. Tiger gets clapped here in the middle of the road. T-70 over here to the far left. First IS-1 on the board for the Soviets right here. So they have a IS-1, a T-34, and a T-70. Past Daddy, up top. Oh, okay, oh, he peeked too soon. Oh, no. Oh, man, he was right there. I think he had the... Oh, he definitely had the angle. I think he just ran back a little bit. Literally 1 second too quickly. And the Soviets not able to push ground or push over to Lumberyard yet. Axis holding them back. Lonely. With the rocket. Oh, I'm not sure. Get a POV of Lonely here. Getting this just tinsy-wincy amount of coverage. Peaks slowly. No tank. The tank is backed up. Another OP spawn. Katyusha coming over here on the front line. Katyushas are so random. You just never know. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I thought I took out the people. Now, somebody said on stream that they've seen a Katyusha take out mediums and heavies before. Man, that would have to be the... just... perfect. I mean, just unbelievable amount of luck. Six takes out another one. Let's go explore the far west side of the map. See what we got going on over here. Panzer IVs pushing a little bit farther as the Raspberries Gain a little bit of ground on St. Mary's. Roberto, the MG. Not playing MG. Oh, shot right there. Gecko. Coming over to the right side. Gecko. Oh, SVT wins that one. No MG action from DeCam. One shot, one frag. Over here to the far side, General Gruner. Being 2000, Jesus Christ, joining us again here on Taco Tuesday. Skender, then we got, who else we have here? Ham Frank, Phil McCrevis, always a big fan of Phil McCrevis. Very consistent member of Taco Tuesday. No player with Taco in their name, kind of surprised by that. I mean, you could sort of work with Sergeant Panzerfarts just a little bit. But nobody playing off the Taco. Nobody playing off Taco. Like there's no Chili Man, Cheese Whiz, Broken Shell. Nothing like that. Nobody playing off that. Quiet over here to the west side of the map. Axis trying to push over this road here. Nothing over here on the front line really. We just got a one raspberry. General IQ ball. And the Soviets really have a good opportunity to just push straight down and just wrap all this. And possibly make a move over to the lumberyard. Although they would face some pressure from the flanks on the eastern side. If you're just joining me, I am your host, Smithers, for this Taco Tuesday event. It's a mixed console event. We're here with a whole bunch of competitive players. Oof. Damn, I had to move out of my chair on that one too. Yes, we are in Kharkov, St. Mary's. We saw a nice 12-minute opening camp between these two teams. And now they're duking it out on the front line. The shot in from the right side, that came from a Panzer IV, I'm assuming? Panzer IV. There we go. And the T-70 goes bump-a-ba-dooey. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to take a second and hit that like button if you could, please. If you have any questions, go pop those in chat. And if you're curious about Helios, the competitive side, you can join my Discord, which you can find in the video description. You can sign up with a PC, console recruit, or just a casual member. Lumberyard sees a little bit of progress. Just one little blueberry. Just one blueberry. One support player. AC head. All by his lonesome. One raspberry. Matty Patine comes back over and shoots him from a long... No, nothing. Okay. Matty Patine still alive in the hard cam. Blueberry. AC head, lying low on the train tracks. Yeah, very good. Front line. Okay, the Axis have filled in this front line gap. No longer an issue. They got sent some reinforcements over there. Got a T-34 on the railroad tracks, holding strong. IS-1 backing up down below, feeling the heat from the raspberries. Not much action at church. We have Sir Camelot, Mr. Ninja inside here. Supply drop going over there to the back left. Baked. Assault player coming around. Not sure if Bake still has a satchel or not. One Panzer IV pushing up down below. Getting within range of the church to have one AT player. Balkandal. Oh. Panzer IV backed up perfectly. Put that round right through the window. Got a little bit of mix going on here. Raspberries coming around the back. Blueberries and banana berries getting inside the church. Starting to see this wrapping effect. Don't have any Axis OPs in the back line. Just maybe just gotta wait to see if a squad lead comes back here. Caprocker still going in favor of the Axis. Panzer IV down below, not getting too risky just yet. We're going to push over here to the other side of the road. Looking to confront some of these blueberries. Only problem is we can't get that gunner POV. Would love to be able to just get inside. I gotta publish that freaking video. Gotta get that video out there. Bomber run coming over here to the west side. Axis looking to clean up some of these buildings. Does a little bit of damage. Axis in really good position here to push this advantage. Mr. Ninja, last one on top of the church. A lot of raspberries in the distance. Nope. Oh. Precision strike on the front line. I think I was going for the Tiger or the other P4, but looks like the P4 is going to make a push here. Nope, not yet. They're holding back still. MG42 action from Swank. Mows down 3 of them. OP gets tossed. Aversi Santos. Gets it. Able to take down one, but can't progress over. Oh no, Soviets getting back. Sending more bodies to support the hard cap. Will you have Shocker on the side of the P4? Did he get the satchel on? He did. Oh, those sneaky satchel players. Panzer 4 backs up. Gonna bail. Raspberry's trying to get to it. Oh no. Lahad Bible, or La Bible, dismantling. I think La Bible has enough time. Yeah, I should have enough time. La Bible's got it. Okay. Those sneaky satchel players, everybody. They will get you. Coming from out of nowhere when you least expect it. Open field exchanges continue over here on the left side. Everybody just looking to maintain the ground that they have. You're not really expected to push much over here. Dog Squad did get an outpost over there to the northwest in Jackson. Could send some additional raspberries to come around and find those outposts. Outposts and garrisons from the back. Fred pushing forward with the rocket. Oh, Car 98 does get one equal trade. Lumberyard still good to go. Now we could see an airhead attempt from the Soviets here. Just trying to get some action maybe. Some open spots back in the radar network. To the very bottom of the 8 grid, do have an opportunity there, as the Axis have nothing back in this little section to detect anything going on over here, right above the Deutsche Stellung logo. That's what I'm talking about. Soviets could get something big. Katusha falling on the front line. Jackson pushing over here to the far west side, going to come upon this Gary Ham Frank. Skender. See how this works out. Oh, Jackson was not prepared for that one. But Jackson may be able to report back that garrison location at least, and have the raspberry efforts more focused over there. Leon. Going on a little bit of a frag streak. Grenade coming on down below. Fires a few extra rounds. Leon, of course, one of those SLs that we've seen make many big plays in competitive matches. Bringing that competitive toughness to today's matchup. Another frag for Leon. Gonna keep looking through this small window here. Look at Leon go! Unfortunately, the POV doesn't work too well if we zoom out a little bit, because the roof is oh so close. And Leon does have around a 20% larger head than your average Helios player. So the POV is adjusted for that to make sure that we don't hit the top of the ceiling with our camera. We'll have to just keep locking onto him. Leon just fragging out like crazy, holding. Oh no, he's gonna go away from his spot. Leon, no, buddy, you're doing so well. Leon's gonna. We'll just stick with Leon. See how far he goes here. I've lost track of the number he's on, but doing pretty damn well. What if he never dies now? What if for the next 50 minutes he just frags out? Leon's going. Oh, grenade throws by his face, gets another one. Oh, and Leon's streak won't come to an end. But man, what a run there, buddy. Very nice. That SVT served him well. Soviets in 100% cap control right now. IS-1 poking out down below. Philip, Private Nico, Yakov looking down the road. Explosion happens in front of us. That was a T-34 knocked out, most likely by the Panzer IV that's peeking back behind the railroad tracks. Nope. I don't think the Panzer IV is going to be able to escape out of this one, and a rocket comes in from the right side. It's going to be Ethan, I believe. Yes. Ethan with the bazooka cleans it on up. Garrison placed front door of the lumberyard. Now the Soviet question is going to be, how many bodies do we throw on over there? Georgia the Honkel. Placing down an outpost. Got a blueberry right nearby though. AC head. Can hear the outpost and gonna burn it as soon as George's uncle put it down, but George goes to the garrison. However, not able to get it. And we'll need to go back and reset the outpost. However, George does stay alive though here to make sure that somebody on the map is able to mark the garrison where his body lay. Ethan wins the 1v1. The Tiger is right here. Mr. Tusk goes up top. Rocket down below. Ethan right on the floor below Mr. Tusk, I believe. Mr. Tusk. Nope. Oh, takes a few shots. Stage tame though. Comes up and takes care of it. Mr. Tusk was looking around like, what's going on? Where's this guy? Okay, the Tiger should be all good to go. Lutz backs up. Portons. No, Raw Dog's the tank crewman. Prevents him from repairing. Orto goes up to the top, looking to get another one here. They jump across, and about to go. Oh, man, there you go. Gets a solid couple here. Lukes will be forced to back up after losing a crew member. A little bit of camp progress on Lumberyard as the Soviets load up on the east side just a little bit more. Tiger back here, gonna go do some double repairing. Soviets really pouring up on the border. Won't be surprised if we see some more camp progress in just a second. Blueberries may be heading back towards St. Mary's as they're a little bit unsure about the camp position going on right now. Axis have the Lukes over there to the left. And the Axis look like they almost got it. Over 85%. Now the Raspberries begin coming inside the church. They got the armor support. And we may see our second camp of the game. Rocket down below heads into the Lukes and wipes that. They got the Panzer IV over here by the church. And camp progress is almost there. And we should see our second cap of the game. There we go. Alrighty, second cap of the game. Solid fight between these two teams. All right, post-camp situation, everybody. The Soviets setting up their garrison network. They got 4 garrisons up on the line. Axis looking to get theirs up by St. Mary's. They got a supply drop, I think, falling. Yep, they sure do. Tigers pushing over here to the left side. Looking to get a new position amongst the buildings. Now these tanks got to be careful. We've seen the objects do crazy things. I mean, they can really cause your tank to do quite the amount of flipperooskies if you hit these just right. Saw it the other day on SMDM, or, well, it was SME, I think, SME. Hit the wheelbarrow the wrong way, a fence, a handcart. You'll see your tank do wild things. Rockets are pumping into this IS-1. Jemiel, Stony, Oberster, and they got their repair stations to their rear, so they're going to be healing. Panzer IV getting some side shots in the IS-1. Panzer IV may need to back up. Not too sure if they have another one. No, they got to back up. They got to back up. All right, they'll be just fine. Oh man, the Axis really, really good map control. They're squeezing in the pocket. Long-range rocket came in from Dingo, I think, to knock out that medium. Yeah, the Axis squeezing the Soviets over here. We have an AT gun manned over to our left, I believe. Skender firing rounds at... Not too sure what? Skender's re-angling? Well, Skender has a plan. I just don't know what it is at the moment. Hardpecker. Major Hardpecker. Walking right in front of the AT gun. Skender. Nope, doesn't see him. Major Hardpecker sees him, though. And there's the frag. Soviets with good pressure here to funnel body straight into the hard cap. Windmill hillside looks totally fine. No Axis presence really. We got one Raspberry strolling up towards the border. But that's it for right now. IS-1 and T-34 over here. Laying down some HE in the hard camp. That one Raspberry, though, causing some camp pressure. But a Blueberry spawns back on the garrison. They'll be just fine. IS-1 takes a ricochet. Gotta be careful of those hand carts. Tiger's right there to the top left of the road, everybody. IS-1 hits the hand cart. Tiger 2 takes a ricochet off the front, and they do clap the IS-1 in the middle of the road. Big loss. Big takedown for the Axis tank crew. Boulageon, Le Bible Cav, and Half House. We have two Tigers. Don't think we saw one Soviet peace strike, I think, on the garrison on the front line. I think it's gonna be, yeah, should be off cooldown, possibly. Another IS-1 spawned in. Recon plane going up over the front line. If you're just joining me, I am your host, Smithers, for this Taco Tuesday mixed console competitive event here on Kharkov with St. Mary's as the middle point. So far, we have seen 2 captures over St. Mary's. And now it's in a nice sort of middle ground phase where both sides are duking it out over the midpoint still. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. If you have any questions, go and drop a comment in the chat. And if you're interested in competitive Hella Loose, be sure to check out the Discord link in the video description, where we have teams from all around the world. Peace strike comes over to the back. Bolt Tiger still up. Stage Tane, Burger Bridge, Locosito. Got some nice protection here behind the building. Garrison network for the Soviets looks solid, but the Raspberries holding a nice, strong circle formation here around St. Mary's. Corporal Red. Up to the top of the Gewehr. Will he go on as big of a streak as Leon did earlier? I don't know. We'll at least give him a few more moments here to see if he's able to keep rolling. Although the church is a much bigger target than the position that Leon was in. Leon was in that itsy-bitsy house. Red is in one of the top targets of Kharkov. Cap progress continues on hillside. Goes back in favor. Red continues. Gets major tip toucher. Has a buddy joining him up top. The MG is going to take his good position and draw all the attention. As soon as the Soviets start hearing the MG42 burp, the tower is going to become the #1 target. Most likely we'll see a tank shell momentarily. T-34, no, nice one. No, T-34, okay. Cam Red. As the MP-40, no rockets for Cam Red. T-34 is pushing. They're going for something. Flamethrower from Eddie Patine. T-34 is, oh no, they hit the telephone pole. Eddie Patine gets ran over. Philip Nico Yakov. What are they going for? What if they're just going for some disruption play? No target in particular. You do have one Tiger over here on the road. Another Tiger to the south of the church. Not too sure if they're going to get the Tigers to chase them or not. Most likely the Tigers will wait for the T-34 to come to them. Late fin. Nope. Oh. Tiger gets a shot on him. T-34 speeds off. Gotta be careful when they do repairs. Late fin coming around to the rears. Let's see how Late fin plays this. Late fin. Gonna try to jump on it. Late fin. Oh, no. T-34 peaks. Are they hit the pole? Oh, they hit the pole. Late fin's in the perfect position, and he'll get the satchel on. Oh, man. Yep. And there's some mines right there on the road as well. Satchel, some mines. Good combo. T-34 will be going Baba Dooey here in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. They continue on, and any second now. There we go. Hit the telephone pole. Oh. Windmill Hillside has more bodies coming on towards us, so they look just fine. Blueberries up here on the border. Mr. Ninja. Got a pretty good sight line out here to the distance. All right, we'll leave Mr. Ninja be. There are targets out there, just they're a little bit more in coverage than what the other people we've had POVs on. Dingo coming up against distance. Distance with the MG42, point blank range. Dingo! Oh, distance from a grenade. Kryptonics. Kryptonics. No, loses the gunfight. Okay, the Blueberries will claim this area, but they got the Axis spawn ways down to the south a little bit. Katusha is on its way behind the church. Yeah, Soviets have a really good position now. It's all about just grinding forward. No real breakthroughs they got to worry about. Got plenty of raspberries over here to the right side. Or plenty of blueberries, I should say. Everything is holding. Do have a supply truck trying to work their way around. Commander Zamgash trying to make something happen. But the problem on Kharkov, as many of you know, is that it's just... You're... You can be spotted so easily driving around in a truck. You stick out like a sore thumb at most points. But he's able to come on over here to the south or the far west of St. Mary's and get up a garrison at least. Garrison will be locked as Dog Squad Jackson is in the vicinity. Now let's see if Zamgash is able to drive off here. Oh, no. Commander, looking to make it through. Oh, MG42 rounds now. Oh, Commander Zamgash. Oh, doesn't make it. So many commanders have been in those exact same shoes. Rocket? Wolf Dog? Garrison is still there. Wolf Dog gonna loan up in a little bit. Nope, gonna save it. It was dismantled. Fred going up against a 1v4 here. Oh, too much PPSH. Way too much. Let's go take a look at the poll. Most influential aspect of World War II. Lend-Lease program, Japan not invading the USSR, the Battle of the Atlantic, or the Ultra Intelligence as part of Enigma. Oof. Man, oh man, so far winning the poll vote is the Ultra Intelligence after cracking Enigma. Yes. Kind of crazy how... Oh. Katsumoto trying to get a satchel on. Oh, not able to get it. T-34 backs up. Goes to the door. Katsumoto. Oh, hits it with a shovel. He's going to try behind. Tank commander jumps out and guns him down. But yes. Cracking the Enigma. Learning about all the Axis secrets. And I guess throughout all that information, I mean, a lot of people forget that the information wasn't automatic up to the front line. I mean, you still had to decode it. You had to get the message, decode it, and then transfer that information over to the theater of operations. So, I mean, really good example is the North African theater. where Rommel duking it out with Auchinleck and Montgomery. I mean, in the heat of battle, those messages that are picked up by Ultra aren't going to be able to be deciphered in time and get back to him in the heat of battle. So there's still a lot of decisions that need to be made on the battlefield, but overall, obviously, it had a massive impact as far as letting the Allies know about Axis intentions on the macrosphere. And then when their various operations were set to begin and what their allocations were, and especially when it comes to those, another example of North Africa, but the supply convoys heading from Italy. Just how many tons the British submarines were able to sink. Oh my gosh. It is crazy to read about. If you ever have a chance to read the Battle of North Africa, there's tons of books about Battle of North Africa, but if you ever get your hands on one of those, I highly recommend it. Just learning about the amount of supplies that were sent to the bottom of the Mediterranean, man. Oh my gosh. Oil tanker after oil tanker after oil tanker. Tanks and munitions and all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's crazy that the Axis were able to hold on as long as they did, given the just the vast amount of supplies that the Axis or the British were able to sink in the Mediterranean. I mean, you got to remember, too, that the Axis ended up having to essentially FedEx overnight a whole bunch of supplies in North Africa via the Junkers 52s and the Messerschmitt, was it the 388? The Giants? I forgot what the numbers were for the Giants. But those massive transport planes that they had. Funneling supplies over to North Africa. As that was the most safe way, if you will. But I know towards the end of the war in North Africa, a whole bunch got shot down because obviously the Axis lost a lot of control of the airspace and the Air Force had been vastly diminishing. The Ultra is obviously a very, very, very important part of the war. But gosh, all that information is funneling through. I mean, you got what's going on in France, and Germany, and Norway, Denmark, all those little transmissions being intercepted. Tiger getting some good protection here. Stage tame. Burger Bridge. Locosito, back it up. I think they took out the ice one up there to the north. They just got the T-34 over there to the top left. Solid exchange, though. We do have an Airhead attempt. We'll go zoom back there, see what the Airhead looks like. We'll see if the Axis are able to get something off in the back line. Maybe switch this over to some pressure on windmills and fold the entire front line. This Airhead is landing right back here, everybody. Should see it up in the sky. There we go. Let's see how this works out. Let's zoom out, and we'll see if we see any Soviets coming on through. Airhead did land down below, and we should see a spa wave. We have some blueberries working their way back, but man, they are out of range. There's a supply truck, but I feel like the commander's in for a rude awakening. Oh, yep. Oh, Zomgosh, buddy. Long range rocket, just a little bit off. Zomgosh. Oh, man. Absolutely wrecked. Jumping out of the truck. And then immediately pummeled. Another spawn wave will tickle windmills, although the Axis or the Soviets have this garrison up to the north, down to the south, and the southwest. Don't think this will be too serious unless the Axis are able to get a whole bunch of spawns or spawn points set up and really commit. Right now, they're just feinting the attack. Doesn't look too serious. Oh, Commander Zomgosh. Trying to set up the MG. Takes a shot right there to the lower left. I think that was his lower left jaw. Gonna need to bandage that real quick. Just a little bit of blood there. Another spawn wave. Okay, Axis committing a little bit more here. But they're getting fragged. Rocket just falls a little bit short. Lonely's going to need to add a tiny bit of elevation to that puppy. Lonely. Just a little bit off, buddy. Just a little bit. I think he'll have one more. Lonely fires. No dice for Lonely. Garrison was placed, but the Axis are in a little bit of a pocket. Can't really move too much out of here. Now, if they could take out these couple SLs, then they'll be in business. Eddie, throwing some grenades. Gator fan actual, up ahead. They're going up against a big wave. Eddie, Gator fan, how many can they frag? With the pistol, Eddie goes. I'm gonna need to reload here real quick. Oh no. Alright, and the Axis maintain control. They got another spawn wave. This is such an awkward position because there's a lot of open field on both sides of this, which make it difficult to approach. And it's sort of like the Axis can exist on this little island, at least for the meantime. Oh, long-range rocket there. Takes out one raspberry. So I honestly don't know what's going to become of this. Unless the Axis are able to just totally decimate all these blueberries and just make a sprint through the open field. Big Chew. Long-range rocket. Okay, I mean, if the Axis want to go for... Oh, no, the Garrison's unlocked. I mean, if the Axis want to go for it, they possibly could. Balls up here into the windmill. Let's go to POV of balls. Pretty good angle here for balls. Is still I mean, they're going to commit. They have to commit to this. They have to. Katsumoto also coming up here. Raspberries well inside. I mean, the Soviets are going to have to pull back. I mean, this is Katusha coming. Heading to the... I mean, there's not that many raspberries. They're going to need to get one more big spawn wave here. But the thing is, like, the hard cap is in, like, this weird area where the surrounding is all open field, so it makes it sort of easy to defend. Katyusha's on its way, but it's going to be a little bit delayed. Bombing run is also... Oh, bombing run coming over here, coming over to the west side. I think the Axis are going to go up 4-1. Mamma mia! Unexpected. The Axis going up 4-1 right here. Wow. Yeah, it went from like a little small pocket, and then they won just enough gunfights to slip inside the hard cap. And then, wham bam shabamo, everybody, they're capping this. So advantage point is the 5th, and these blueberries and banana berries are gonna have to work their way back. I don't know if there was a redeploy message that went out on the Soviet side. It may have been a little bit confusing. I could totally see that being one of those situations where everybody's like, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine. There's only a couple there, and then that couple grew and grew and grew. Yeah, that went from a very small problem to a very big problem. All right, 15 minutes left, and suddenly it looks very bleak for the Soviets. Axis setting up their MGs and everything. Badger up top. I mean, such a beautiful view through the open snowy fields. Another MG down below. Wolf Dog, Swank. Everybody loading up the MGs. T-34 crashing. Hardcat takes out one MG. Swank takes some rounds. T-34 front facing all this. Waiting for the Rocketeers to pound them relentlessly. Zastava. No. Soviets begin to push out over here to the center, looking to wrap around windmills just a little bit. But man, oh man. I would have bet a lot of money that the Soviets would have not have wouldn't have lost Windmill Hillside. A couple more MGs, Katsumoto, General IQ ball. MGs loading up to the brim. Progress begins on 5th. We do have one squad. The Soviets are all pretty much out of sector. Remember, because these are offset points. And they got to flex over to the east. But just literally just one squad lead there. No front door garrison or anything, so they should be okay. T-34 begins to take a little bit of a pounding here. Philip, Private Eco, Yakov. Oh, no. Too many rockets. IS-1 approaching cautiously. Jamiel, Stony Oberstern. Now for the Axis, they do have one P4 down to the southeast. Then we have a Tiger P4, Tiger. Then I don't see any other armor crews. But still, IS-1 will need to worry. They're going to stick out pretty badly amongst all this snow. Trying to fire some long-range rounds right now. movement down here to the southwest. But man, the Axis have such a strong position. Yeah, I mean, that's so tough. Katyusha strike. Over here, called in the hard cap. Now, if they can knock out this house, if they can blast this enough with enough HE, take out the outposts and such, and then the blueberries can get a little bit of a chance to push on forward, then maybe we can see a good chance. I mean, if the raspberries peek out too much, they're going to get popped. But the blueberries have a lot of distance to cover. They really do. Tiger in a nice safe position to help support windmills from the back. Goose on an MG. Yeah, these Axis MGs are just having... they look forward to moments like these. You just have the pick of the litter when it comes to the different vantage points. Swank! Oh, not able to get that one up. Do have one raspberry OP, one Axis OP over here to the back. No double support swap for Garrison just yet. And keep in mind that the Soviets are all out of the cap sector at the moment. Just looking to push forward here and try to get this back as time continues to chip away. .234 making it pretty far, but they take the first shot. Oh, I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of this one. Ricochet. And they do win the 1v1. Sometimes that slight re-angling can come up huge as the enemy gunner needs to adjust that it may not be the perfect shot. Okay, one Panzer IV eliminated. Still have two Tigers, though. T-34 is trying to make a quick move here. Tame, Burger Bridge, Locosito with a nice safe spot behind the building. And these tankers, as we get near the end, they'll begin to line up for their last big push on Soviet vantage point. We gotta be careful. Potential flip area. They're okay. Got the other Tiger over here. Standing tall and in charge. We could choose to fire at whichever raspberry they would like to. And it looks like the Axis built an AT gun to help support as well. Katsumoto. Big troop. Bombing run coming over the front line here. Let's take a look. Think it did get the garrison? Yeah, it did. Okay. Alrighty, no more garrison on this east side for the Soviets. We do have one more IS-1 making its way forward. This one is sort of a sitting duck here. They do take out the AT gun. One more Katyusha strike coming over here to the back. Soviets trying to see if they have one more push left in them. No pressure on Soviet vantage point. However, we do have one vehicle. That's going to be a Jeep from Commander Serhiy. Loading up with Bezin up to the very, very top left. Let's go check out what they're going to do. Now, they are very out there. Oh, they are just having the time of their life, aren't they? Now, this is... I mean, when you're winning as the commander, you spawn a Jeep, you have a little bit of fun, you drive around, you do a little zig, you do a little zag. And they probably have a supply drop somewhere to the back. And they're going to put up a garrison. That's what my guess is. And they're going to go for a 5-0. Serhiy is accompanied by Bezin. Bezin jumps out. Getting a little bit carsick. Commander Serhiy. Oh. No. Oh, it was a good little run, though. Soviets really not able to get much going on. We'll check out this half-track play. It's coming up to the front line. Eddie, try to drive this puppy up. Here goes Eddie. Zips. Oh! And Eddie takes a tank round right to the face. Alrighty, everybody. Well, that will conclude this match here on Kharkov with the Axis taking home the 4-1 victory with that unexpected big bamboozle of an airhead on Windmill. Took me and I think everybody on stream by surprise at how successful that was. It worked out. Sometimes that's what you need. You need those little risks being taken. And then it pays off. Your team goes up 4-1 and they're sitting nice, fat, and pretty in the final minutes of the game just like this. But thank you for joining me today, everybody. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button if you could, please. If you are interested in competitive Helios, you can check out the Discord link in the video description, where you can sign up as a PC console recruit or as a casual member. I'm going to have one more stream tonight at around 8 p.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow is Wednesday Means War. We don't know the map yet. It's a random map that'll be chosen right before game time. It'll be a 49 versus 49 matchup between a whole bunch of different console clans. So that'll be tomorrow. That'll be around 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. UTC, I think. On Thursday, we don't have anything planned yet. Usually Thursdays are the quiet days. Everybody preps and gets stretching before the weekend, goes on long runs, or some people stock up on calories because they know they won't be eating much over the weekend. As competitive Helios ensues, it takes over the entire day for the most part. So they like to eat at least 10,000 calories on Thursday to make sure they don't have to eat it all over the weekend. Just a little bit of strategy that some Helios players have. So Friday, no doubt we'll have streams. We'll have the public server stream on SOH's server. That's a team out of Brazil. Then, of course, you can always check out my schedule on my SmithersCast Discord or on my live stream page. Go and make sure to, if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you could find me there as well. All right, go give commends to the commander here. There we go. Okay. All righty, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a good one, buddy.